Good. I'm recording. You guys can do whatever you want. I got to find a question for you guys because
God damn it.
I
You had
haven't
2 weeks.
I haven't watched the Mets in 2 weeks. So
I got some shit to say about the Mets.
Good. I'll be listening, but I don't even know. Like, I can't watch them. I'm so mad. It's
First thing, you want to know the best part about the Mets is?
No, but
the
yes.
shitty field parking lot.
Oh,
it's elite. It's the best parking lot in all of baseball.
It's the best?
It's the best parking lot, yeah.
Oh, it's the best thing about the Mets.
It's the only good thing.
Oh, the only okay.
Yeah, but you don't need a parking lot. You take the 7 train. Anyway, can we start the show?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm waiting for you. You start the show, remember?
In the beginning, there was baseball. It is Wednesday, September 16th. I am CJ. Catch me on Twitter at CJ in Pinstripes. I think I logged in there once within the past month. I am here, of course, with Evan at Evan D. Wetzel 4. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm all fired up because the Yankees destroyed last night. 20-6, I believe, was the final score. This is 27 down. Perfect podcast for the perfect game. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, that was an ass whooping. We got a couple of things to discuss today. I want to start off with I remember a while back before the season started, Joe had given us some over-unders. And you guys called me crazy because I said there could potentially be a team to win 40 games this year. And the Dodgers are 6 games away from that. They are just demolishing everyone. You still have it written down?
I do believe I said the Yankees were going to win 53-7.
I can give you guys the numbers.
Yeah, let's get
you guys
an
want the
update
numbers
on
real quick?
See, sure.
All right, so.
But yeah, I did think that was a little high.
So the MLB leader for wins was 10.5 wins. CJ went under. Evan went over.
Hold on. Before you go on to the next one, I want to pull up the leaderboard and see where that's at. So what did you say, 10.5?
10.5.
All right, let's see who's got the most wins in baseball. I think it's Bieber. I'd be surprised.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Bieber, Darvish, Zach Davies all have 7 currently. Yeah, I don't think
that's going to be close.
It's not going to happen.
That was a little high. That one was a little high. MLB leader, 29.5 home runs. That was really high, I think.
Yeah, let's see who's leading that one.
We just didn't see baseball for a while, and we got excited. We were like, yeah, 30 home runs is going to happen every other game. So we thought someone was going to hit a home run.
What was it? Did you just say it?
Oh, Voit has 18.
Voit has 18. God damn.
I believe Trout has 16 still.
Yeah, Trout and Nelson Cruz with his old man strength both have 16.
He's unbelievable. I don't understand this guy. He's like, I thought his career was over in 07 with Baltimore or something.
I got to be honest with you. When the Mariners signed him to that long deal, I think it was 4 years, I laughed really hard. I laughed so hard, I shit a fully decorated Christmas tree. I'm still yanking needles out and an ornament. It's kind of gross. But
everything you say is gross.
No, not everything I say, except for when I fart and poop.
I'm about to explode, dude. I'm literally just finish your point because I'm about to fucking explode.
I meant to say fart and burp, but fart and poop came out.
No, we're such a fucking potty show. We can't even be professionals. This is why no one's ever going to sign us or work with us or anything because they think we're a bunch of goddamn just talking about pee and parts and poop and shit.
Hey, listen, I know plenty of podcasts that make it big that talk about poop and farts and stuff. It's great. Okay, sorry about that. Back to what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. Nelson Cruz, time with the Mariners. I laughed really hard, but man, it's been 7 years since that contract, and he's still hitting.
And he just jumps from team to team and is nasty on all of them. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, what the hell, man? He's even batting .320, hit high on base percentage. I don't know why I sounded like I was from Boston just there. He's got a high on base percentage. All right, I'm going to stop doing that. Yeah, I don't know where he's pulling. He's
Is this his second or third year with Minnesota?
That's a great question. I think it's his, because I remember us talking about them signing him. I don't know.
I don't remember the deal. I don't remember if it was a 2 or 3 year deal.
It's got to be his second. It's got to be his second.
I think it's his second. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. All right. What was the next one, Joe?
Hello. All right. So 56.5 RBIs. You both took the over.
All right, we both took the over, and
It's not even close to that.
It's looking like I see.
We were real excited for baseball.
Jose Abreu has 48.
Oh, okay. All right. There's more than enough time for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. 100. I can't read my own writing.
Oh my God.
100 and something 0.5 strikeouts.
God damn it! Can you figure out what you wrote? This is important.
Right.
How do you not know? There's only 10 digits that number can possibly be, and none of them, frankly, look all that alike.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
Hold on.
No, because it's
your fucking background is
yeah.
It up.
God damn it, Joe.
I think it's 107.5 or 108.5.
Those numbers don't look alike. 7 and 8 do not look alike. One looks like you took a 0 and put a belt on it, and the other one is the 7.
Do you see that?
Good
damn
God.
it, Joe.
I'm going to say 8. It looks like the 8 is scribbled over the 7.
That's what I was going to say.
I think you went with 107.5, and then you scribbled it on 8 over it. Whatever, it's one
because
strikeout.
the one strikeout really made a difference to me.
But it's the goddamn principle of the thing where, son of a bitch, like those numbers look nothing alike. How can this be possible? I can't find strikeout leaders for some. Oh, wait, maybe I can find it here. Hold on. No, stop doing things. My computer's doing all the things.
Don't worry about it.
My computer's just doing all the things. I will find this. Until then, what's the next one?
38.5 wins for team wins. You both had over.
Oh, I thought it was 40. Oh man, yeah, it's definitely going to go over 38. Yeah, the Dodgers are at, what did I say before? 34?
Something like that.
Yeah, they're totally going to get that.
I mean, they're playing right now against the Padres. It was a really fun game. I was watching parts of it. The Padres are unbelievable. They finally got rid of Hosmer because he's injured, and they bring in Moreland, and he's been nasty.
By the way, Shane Bieber is mopping the floor with strikeouts. He has 102.
Yeah. Bieber's unbelievable, which is why they were able to get rid of half their fucking starters and still be, pretty damn good.
Yeah.
This is Cruz's second year.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Bieber has almost 20 strikeouts more than the second place guy. So, yeah, he's demolishing. Yeah, 1.53 ERA. That is crazy. Was that the last one? Wins by team?
That's it. That's all we got.
All right. Well,
boo me.
That was fun. That was fun.
Let's talk about the Mets. Let's talk about the Mets.
Let's talk about the Mets. That's a good idea. I like that. They're in 4th place, so that's what. But the bigger news is, of course, Steve Cohen is finally buying the Mets.
Thank God for you guys. This is gonna suck as Yankees fans, but the Mets really need an owner like him, and I'm glad I don't have to watch the gimmick of A-Rod and J-Ho.
Yeah, maybe the Mets will be good after this. Who knows?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, it is good to not have owners that are involved in a Ponzi scheme owning the Mets. So I'm just gonna.
The thing about this one that could be kind of a red flag is, you know how the Russian guy bought the Nets and then just went fucking crazy with spending money, bad trades, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cohen's never done this before. Maybe he comes in and just goes, bring me everyone, and puts together a team that's even shittier. We don't know.
That's not a bad point. It is possible to get in and be like, I'm going to be the exact opposite of the Wilpons, and then just do way too much with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the slight difference is there is somewhat of a soft salary cap in the NBA. So you do have to worry about, like, cap penalty if you go over a certain amount.
I'm sorry. If you approve that trade, you know nothing about basketball. I don't understand why he let Billy King make that.
Yeah,
and Billy King not only ruined Philadelphia, he then comes over and ruins Brooklyn.
Billy King was just such a disaster for the Nets.
Yeah, he's the Steve Phillips of NBA.
Yeah, and that trade to take on a couple of guys way past their prime and what did they give up? 2 first-round picks in order to do
No, dude, they gave up like 4 to 6 because of how there was this clause in it where if they finished somewhere, it would like kick in or something. But it turned into about 4 to 6 picks over a long period of time. I mean, this trade fucked them for about 7 years.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the NBA protects lottery picks, right? Like if you
correct, and you have to do every other year that you
correct.
trade. But the Nets didn't protect any of the picks. They had the option, they didn't do it.
I thought
so
they
what
automatically did.
They kept losing, and the picks kept going up for Boston, basically.
I thought they were automatically protected.
No.
I didn't know you could negotiate protection.
Yeah, you can say it's a lottery pick. You can say top 3 protected. They didn't do any of that shit because they knew Boston wasn't going to agree to it. Boston only agreed to it because they're like, look, we're fleecing these fucking guys because we have Paul Pierce healthy, for the next 2 years maybe? KG 2 years, and whoever the third guy was, I forget at this time, Jason Terry, I think. He left after the first year in Brooklyn. So did KG. It was terrible.
Woof. Man, I mean, I wouldn't even if I was the Celtics and I was playing 2K, I don't even think I can trick the computer to make that trade. And you can trick the computer into making a lot of dumb trades in it.
Bro, you wouldn't even have enough slots to do that trade.
Yeah. Oh man, don't get me started. Listen, I don't want to go on a whole rant about how terrible Madden has become these days, but it is really frustrating that you can't do more than 3 assets per team.
But bro, look at the Celtics roster right now. I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 of those guys are picks from Brooklyn. I know Brown is. I know Tatum is.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely. Tatum definitely is.
Yeah.
I can confirm that. I don't know about Brown. You might be right.
I think I am, but I know Tatum 100% was because of that. So it's like, and they had other. I mean, getting rid of Horford was really smart too. I mean, the Boston Celtics have made good trades. Kemba Walker signing him and letting Kyrie Irving go, brilliant. I mean, it's a better fit for that team.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, I'm not a Celtics fan, so I don't know why I know so much about them.
Hey, I mean, you got to know the enemy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, the Mets, good for them. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully, given that this is the Mets, this could very much be like when the Islanders were bought by John Spano back in 1997. Maybe this Cohen guy doesn't actually have any money. Who knows?
Islanders won last night.
Islanders did win last night.
Yep, they stay alive. If they make it to the finals after being down 3-1, I have to root for them. And I haven't been rooting for them up until this point because I'm just not an Islanders fan. I'm a diehard Rangers fan. And it's painful that we were out in basically the first round this year when we had a fucking phenomenal season, which to a lot of casual fans, I mean, it really brought fans back to watch how good the Rangers were. I mean, Mika was amazing. Kappa was incredible. And now we have the first overall pick.
That's pretty crazy. The Rangers still manage the number 1 overall. That's pretty great. It's really remarkable how the Islanders can lose a guy like Tavares and just recover right away to make it
right
close
away
to the finals.
I actually said that they were going to be pretty disastrous losing him, and I was obviously wrong because they made a bunch of smart trades and good picks.
Yeah.
As have the Rangers. I mean, we still haven't seen a couple of our past 5-year picks. They're still very young, playing in Russia or Canada.
That's where you want them to be from, right? Those are the 2
Pretty
places. Much. Those are the 2. If you're gonna sign people, then
I mean the guy we're picking with the first overall pick, Lafreniere or something. Alexis Lafreniere, I think is his name. was unbelievable. In only 56 games, he scored like 112 points this year. That's not even a full season.
Yeah, man, I don't know much about hockey, but I know that's impressive. And who's playing in the West? I haven't really been
The Stars have already made the finals. They're waiting on Islanders versus Tampa Bay. They beat Las Vegas.
Interesting. Man, it's also funny that Vegas just stays so
Dude,
good.
Vegas is awesome.
Vegas hit the ground, made the goddamn Stanley Cup Finals in their first year, and have managed to just show that it hasn't been a fluke.
And I don't understand how you do that, because they had the expansion draft where they just picked the most brilliant players for them. I mean, they got God, I forget his name. He was the goaltender for Pittsburgh for a while, and they brought him in, and he was elite for that 2 years that he was with Vegas.
Yeah, you pretty much
Fleury or something.
Fleury, yeah. You pretty much can't script an expansion team better than that.
Yeah,
you know?
no, everything fell into place, and a lot of those players left, but they just replaced them with other really good players. They using their draft picks right. I can't say it enough. Draft picks in every sport are one of the most important things if you do it right.
Yeah, you gotta, because the thing is, if you're able to really manage draft picks right, you're going to do one of three things. You're either going to pick someone that is an awesome player, contributes for your team. You're able to trade that pick. That's the other thing, that if you can smartly trade draft picks, then that's something you can do. And you can trade in certain sports. You can trade the young players that you draft for players that can immediately impact your team.
Right. And we to go back to the Yankees, we saw that in 2016 when they made two really elite trades. The centerpieces were Torres and Clint Frazier, who we still have. There are also a bunch of significant pieces in there that we used to trade for Paxton, for Zach Britton, for Voit.
Yep. Yeah, and funny enough, one of those two guys is still with the Yankees. One of those guys that they traded to get Gleyber Torres is still – it was Gleyber Torres for nobody. It was literally free. The Cubs pretty much
it was for basically Adam Warren, who we got back a year later too anyway.
Right. So it was like let us rent your player for like a couple months. And as a matter of fact, let's have him blow the save in Game 7 or Game 6, whatever it was.
Yeah, they still won the World Series.
They still won, but from Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah, and well, they don't really need Torres now because they have Baez, but I guess they could put him at second, and that would be a pretty nasty infield.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're not going to say, I won't take Gleyber Torres because I have already a guy that plays his position. You're going to find a way to make it work.
I mean, the only player that I'm disappointed about giving up was Gallegos for Voit, because Gallegos has been unbelievable in St. Louis bullpen.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll take the league leader in home runs.
And not just home runs, he's hitting for average. I mean, he's batting what, 290 maybe?
He's having a really good year. He's having a really good year. He really saved himself because last year was kind of a disaster for him. Once he had that hernia, once he went under for that hernia, he came back and basically lost his job.
Yeah, it was rough, but I mean, he's still over 3 years. He has 60-plus home runs for us in 2.5 years, not even.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, what he is doing this year is insane because I think in 121 games last year, and you can look up the stats, I think he hit 21 home runs and about 60-something RBIs.
And they traded who for him? Chase and Shreve?
Chase and Shreve and Gallegos, and Shreve is now on the Mets.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if you compare last year to this year, he did that in 121 games. He has 18 this year and close to 35 RBIs. So half in only 44 games.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
That is crazy.
And his average is up.
Speaking of crazy, speaking of a surprise, the White Sox are in first place Who the hell saw this
I was
coming?
wrong. I thought they were going to be significantly better this year, but I did not think they were going to make the jump to first.
I thought
that at all.
I had them, and we're talking about like before expanded playoffs. I was like, those White Sox, they could really nip at the heels of one of those wild card teams, maybe make a run for that second wild card. But dude, they're 32-16. Like they're having such a good season.
I didn't think they were going to be better than us right now.
What's that?
I did not think they were going to have a better record than us going into this stretch right now.
I mean, the Yankees had such a brutal stretch in August.
Which is frustrating because if you look at our schedule, it should have gone our way. Like, it's on paper, if you count what happened last year, we're nasty against these teams. But a lot of these teams have gotten better. I know Baltimore's got a lot better. I think Toronto has some threats. Boston has really fallen off a cliff, though.
Yeah, Boston's a turd, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Oh, did you guys just hear that noise? Did that noise come through? Do-do-do? No? Okay.
Yes. Yes,
it did? Oh.
Yeah.
It kind of gave us a nice little.
It was like a drop. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I like that. By the way, we do still need drops. We got to make that happen somehow.
All right, you guys tell me what you want dropped.
No, I think that's up to you. I think
like
you're gonna
just gotta go through all the.
No. I mean,
want a boing
no.
every time something cool happens.
Joe. I don't want a boing. Okay. I do not want a boing.
I'm gonna get 75 different versions of boing.
Can one of them be Beavis from Beavis and Butthead saying
going boing? Okay.
Yeah. No, Joe. What I was thinking was you at various points, Evan and I probably say things that, when taken out of context, sound extremely bizarre or extremely funny. Those are the things I'm thinking of. So I need you to constantly be on the lookout for us saying something that, again, within the context of our conversation makes complete sense. But if we remove that context,
I'm gonna set. All right. I'm gonna set up a drop machine.
Like
that sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. I like that. I'll look into that.
Yeah, like the Michael K show, how they do Drop Madness.
Yeah.
Boing.
Okay.
God damn it, Joe.
God. I'm so used to doing Zoom classes. I just tried to mute Joe, and I don't have the power to do it. What are some other teams here? So the Rangers are a dumpster fire. The Angels are still a dumpster fire. Pretty much the entire – go away. Pretty much the entire AL West.
You're just going to randomly do that now for the rest of our lives?
I hope not. Because I'm going to have to kick them right in the ding-ding. The Athletics are having such a good season. And, yeah, the entire AL West sucks. That's happening a little bit. I mean,
they're all going to make the playoffs. And the thing that pisses me off the most is let's talk about the bubble for a minute. But before we talk about that, they're talking about the 16-team format moving forward because the owners want to make money. And, of course, Manship is going to say it's a good idea. You cannot judge these ideas based on this season. This season is too all over the place for it to make any sense. You need to try these things in a 162-game season and then make a decision. So, fine, if you want to try it next year, try it next year. But don't permanently say that it's going to stay for good. It's so dumb.
It's too many teams. I hate it when leagues do this. And we've talked about this before. In the NHL, you do see plenty of 8 seeds make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. But I still, if I could really pick, I would say that 8 teams per conference is too much. It's too much. You can't do that. Why stop there? You could add another round by letting everyone in.
No,
and then the owners get even more money.
Do 22 teams. Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's have some play-in games, bring it down to 16, and there you go. I mean, this is what the NCAA has been doing forever. But the difference is NCAA at least has over 100 teams, 100 plus.
Exactly, which is why it's interesting. You're trying to do this over 16, 22 teams. It just makes no sense because the drop-off from the elite teams at the top to the ones in the middle to the ones at the bottom is so significant that when you continue to let the teams in, you're going to see nothing but barely 500 teams playing.
Yeah.
And how frustrating would it be if they just get hot in the playoffs and they fucking take out all these teams that were nasty? I don't want to see that shit.
When was the last time in the NBA we saw an 8 seed beat a 1 seed?
You don't, really. You don't.
I mean,
the biggest upset that we've seen in years was the Denver Nuggets that happened last night.
Yeah.
Which I'm so excited about, by the way, dude. I fucking hate the Clippers. I don't like the Lakers either. I think LeBron is a giant gimmick bullshit asshole. He's been a billionaire since he's like 16 years old. He's going to talk to us about how oppressed he is. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. The last time it happened was 2012 when the Sixers beat the Bulls. I guess the Sixers were the 8th seed.
Wow, okay.
2011 before that, the Grizzlies beat the Spurs. 2007 before that, when
the
Warriors.
So
I remember that. That was the first time. I'm pretty sure that was the first time it happened. The Warriors beat the Mavericks that year in the first round.
It just, dude, what? It diminishes the value of the game for me because it's like these guys work really hard over a 162-game season where you really see where the talent is going into the playoffs. Now they're going to say, oh, well, that doesn't matter. Here's a 500 team. Go try your bet. Like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, and it just cheapens the race at the end of the year. You know what I mean?
That too. Yep.
If it used to be that you would win your division or win a wild card, and that just made it more important to try to get to one of those. And then, you know something? I'm okay with the second wild card team because what that does is it places a higher priority on winning your division. I don't just want to win my wild card.
Yep, that is 100% correct. And I think part of the issue here too is that the owners, they're overcompensating for everything that they've lost this season. Stop trying to get that back by adding more things to make you money for next season. If it cheapens the game, and it's going to ruin where this game is headed. And I think a lot of people are just going to get bored with it, especially when we go back to a normal stance in society where we're not dealing with this pandemic anymore and we don't have all the sports at once. People are going to go back to their football. They're going to go back to the NBA. They're going to go back to hockey even. And MLB is going to sit there going, oh, what did we do? We tried to cheapen the game, and the fans saw it because they're not dumb.
I'm worried that Manfred has only just started his stupid ideas. I'm worried that things are going to get a lot worse.
Yep.
You wanted to talk bubble.
Yes, I want to talk the bubble because I actually think this is terrifying for the Yankees, dude, for a bunch of reasons. One, we've had more rest than any team in the history of the game this year.
Except for maybe the Cardinals. The Cardinals still haven't caught up to everyone.
But, I mean, they're not resting players
on
their own. Like, I'm talking Boone and the idiots in the front office have to rest the players every other day.
Yeah.
They brought back Torres, and then he hurt himself again, so they say. I think they're just saying that so they don't have to say, we just want to rest him to get ready for the playoffs. Because if we make the playoffs, because we probably are, but we do significantly more poorly because Torres isn't playing, fans are going to be pissed. So I think the bubble idea for us, one, is bad because we've had so much rest, and you're going to have no rest until the World Series. None. There's no off days. You play every game until you're done with the series.
Yeah.
Or the round.
Yeah, I think they said that for pretty much
first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
The second thing, we need to play at Yankee Stadium. That's going to be an issue playing in California or Texas.
Why do you say that?
We like that short porch.
Yeah.
They're so much more comfortable in Yankee Stadium than any other stadium.
I get what you're saying. But hear me out here. Guys like Luke Voigt, guys like Stanton, guys like Judge, the home run hitters on this team don't really abuse that short porch. They're capable of crushing the ball to any field. I get some kind of way
Gio too.
When I see, and I try not to go into Yankee fan mode on this show because I feel like one of us doing that is fine. The other one, we are a baseball podcast. We're really a sports podcast. We can talk all sports, not just Yankees. But if I may, I can't stand when people say, man, Aaron Judge, yeah, cool. He can hit 40, 50 home runs in Yankee Stadium. Folks, do you see where the balls land? I still remember the day he almost cleared the bleachers. You remember that? It was like 495 feet.
Bro, he hits plenty of shots to left field. He's cleared the green monster before.
Yeah.
Calm down with that. No, I agree.
I cannot understand how you can watch a guy like him play and go, oh, clearly he's a product of small Yankee Stadium.
I'm just talking playoff atmosphere. Yankee Stadium and the fans are key to the Yankees' success.
But even if the Yankees play in Yankee Stadium, the fans aren't going to be there.
I know, but it just
I think it's less of an issue than you think.
Dude, these guys probably, but these are pampered guys, especially Gary Butthead Sanchez. I mean, he is the most sensitive piece of shit on the team. Anytime he does anything wrong, what did I do? I'm a lost puppy.
I mean, you can make
face, dude.
You can make the argument that that's why Joe Girardi's not on the Yankees anymore.
It is. It's why they got rid of him, because Joe was like, I don't like this shit. You need to fucking stop being a little bitch, Gary. And they said, okay, peace. Go to the Phillies. And notice how all the fucking Yankees who are not on the Yankees anymore are on the Phillies. Want to know why that is? Joe Girardi. Not the Phillies, Joe Girardi.
Yeah, the Phillies, man, I like to think that Girardi's making that team better, so it makes me wonder where they'd be without him. Like,
dude, I love Joe so much that if he won a World Series with the Philadelphia Phillies, I would be proud and happy. I don't even care.
I don't know if I would be, because Philadelphia can suck my nads. Joe, you.
Well, my grandma's from Philly. She was a Phillies fan, so for her, I care sometimes. But
nice.
if I was not a Yankees fan and I was a National League team fan, it would be the Colorado Rockies.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I've never thought of that. I don't know what my team would be from the National League. Yeah, I'll think about it. Maybe next episode.
It's never going to happen. You're going to be Yankees.
Of course. I believe in having the one team you root for. There's no such thing as like, well, my second favorite team is, yay, they won. Like, I wouldn't think of it that way.
Yeah,
by the way, you son of a bitch, you're talking about my foul potty mouth, and your name is literally CJ Drinks PP on this Zoom? How dare you? Who do you think you are, you hypocrite?
I'm just telling facts.
I'm going to pull off your pubes. Joe said that he wanted to ask us questions, or at least one question. Joe,
Let's go, Joe.
What the hell is that?
I got drops.
What was that?
That was a kiss.
Oh. That's nice. He's kissing us now. I like that.
Seriously, I question why Joe's still here. That's all this is.
All right. Because you guys don't know how to use YouTube.
Facts.
All right. CJ and Evan. Well, I guess that's who I'm dealing with. This question's for CJ and Evan, guys.
Oh, we're going first? Okay.
Yeah, you guys get to
special mystery caller.
God, man, by the way, if you're planning on writing down our answers, please do that clearly.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm doing it on the back of this.
Don't confuse the number 6 for the letter E. All right.
I got it all.
I'm dyslexic, and even I can write better than Joe.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Anyway, so we're in the grand finale. I don't know what are we, the home stretch. What do they call it?
What's the question, Joe? What's the question?
A while, guys.
You are not the host. We don't need you to be all flavorful. Just what's the question?
All right. Who are your picks for AL, NL champs, and then World Series champ? CJ.
Man, you went really deep with this one. Really deep.
Well, I feel like we touched on this, but we didn't nail it down. So let's do that.
I'm gonna abstain from picking the Yankees, even though I really, really want it to happen, and I think it could. I'm not gonna pick them just to avoid the homer pick and to avoid being called one. I'm gonna say the A's for the American League.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
I'm going to say the Dodgers for the National League. I think the Dodgers finally do it this year.
I was also going to say A's Dodgers, but I will go with the White Sox Dodgers.
White Sox.
And who's going to win?
I want to say Dodgers. I mean, they're insane. And we still haven't even seen Bellinger and Munchie start to really play well. I mean, they put up some numbers, but they're still batting in the low. Stop playing with your fucking pen and let's finish the show, damn it.
Sorry, I didn't realize I did that.
He's flipping over there.
My bad.
So you both picked the Dodgers? Is that?
Yeah, we both picked the Dodgers.
Yeah, I guess Evan's going to just, ride my nuts and pick my pick,
I mean, what other team in the National League is better than the Dodgers? Everyone else is pretty mediocre.
Well, if the Mets play to their potential, they'd be better than
No, you have one pitcher, DeGrom, who's pitching like a 1.30 ERA, and it doesn't matter.
I say just pitch him every night. Pitch him every single night.
Joe, listen to me. I've heard the word "if" when it comes to the Mets so many times. I'm just going to say this. If my grandmother had testicles, she'd be my grandfather. But she's not. She's not. She's my grandmother.
Your poor grandma.
As a matter of fact,
not going to like that joke.
My grandma, she's dead. So it's cool.
Mine too.
Rip. Can we end this show? Are we done?
No, we've only been going for like 27 minutes. So
no, we have not. There's no way. Really? No, you're lying.
I'm not lying.
You're lying.
Oh, did you see the Maya Moore thing?
Oh, she married some dude that she got out of jail or something?
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like an insensitive fuck, but I'm going to sound like an insensitive fuck. It looks like the biggest gimmick ever. I'm sorry. It looks like they're doing it just for their agenda. They did an interview with Robin Roberts or whatever, and they just did not seem to be engaged as a married couple at all. They talked separately, not about themselves at all, just about the issues that they're fighting for. And, it's a great story. And for me, this is a publicity stunt to continue that great story. And I think it's kind of sad. That's just me.
Yeah. I would have more to say about it if the WNBA mattered. But it doesn't. So,
I mean, I praise her for putting her career on hold and fighting to get a wrongful conviction overturned. That's awesome. But you watched the interview. It did not seem like a loving married couple. It seemed like a calculated decision.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. It's possible that they did it just for publicity. It's also possible that that's just how they are. I mean, some married couples keep that stuff in private.
Yeah. Football real quick?
Yeah, let's talk. We can talk football. Yeah.
You watched the Jets game?
Sadly.
Gase is such a piece of shit, dude. He put Bell back in full well knowing that he just tweaked the hamstring and now Bell's on the injured list.
Gase fucking sucks.
He's the worst.
Is so bad. And it can't be overstated that the only time Gase had any sort of success was when he was an offensive coordinator for a little guy, I don't know if you ever heard of him, named Peyton Manning. Oh, yeah, I wonder why the Broncos managed to do so well. It's clearly because of Adam Gase. Go away.
What, Joe?
He just wanted to boyoing again. That's all.
God damn it.
When did this happen? When did we get some 5-year-old with a fucking soundboard just pressing random buttons?
Yeah, it's better than you talking about diarrhea, duty, poo-poo, fart, sneeze, shit, turd.
Wait a second. Sneeze? One of these things is not controllable. I can't.
I hate sneezing. And if
Worse than burping?
I hate, when I sneeze, I can't stand it. And I'm a multiple sneezer. And the most I've ever done is 8. 8 sneezes in a row.
I've done that.
And when I was done, I'm just I fucking hate sneezing. I was so mad.
It's also upsetting, when I do, multiple sneezes in a row and someone, blesses me after all of them. And I just want to be like, no more. Let me just sneeze. Stop.
That stresses me out. It's I want to fucking answer you, but I can't because I'm sneezing. So can you stop with all the thank yous? Because now I'm going to owe you 6 more. You're welcome. God damn it.
Back to what we were saying, though. Gase is caca-poo-poo, and I can't stand him. And, people keep saying, well, you can't give Sam Darnold another coach. Yes, you can. yes, the hell you can, because the guy's got so much upside. He doesn't deserve to be trapped under this just god-awful abortion of a coach.
You need to give him another coach. I think it's unfair that we sit here and watch the potential and the talent under a coach who pretty much everyone thinks is not right for this organization. And most of us have thought that since we got him. But he's made horrible decisions. This is what, his second year? And this year he seems even more annoying than the last one.
Yeah. It kind of sucks because I like Greg Williams as a defensive coordinator, but
I like him too.
You cannot keep Gase around just to keep Greg Williams.
I was excited to see Mims, the wide receiver we picked.
Mm-hmm.
He was injured the first week. We got to see Becton, I think his name is, the offensive back.
Mekhi Becton.
Dude is fucking huge.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much fun watching him block for Darnell.
It's like a fucking Snorlax it's like trying to push a Snorlax out of the way.
Dude, he's like what, 6'6" or something, and like 316 pounds. Dude's huge, and he's quick.
Yeah, that's another thing, that he's athletic on top of it.
No, he probably runs faster than I do. I'm a slow sprint runner, but was good at long distance running.
Yeah, he was pretty good. It's just so wild because they fired McCagnon just so they could give Adam Gase more power. Like, what happened? This isn't Jimmy Johnson. Like, this isn't. I mean, I wouldn't even put Gruden up there. I wouldn't even Maybe if Gruden came to the Jets, that'd be a different story. But he's not a good coach. He's never shown the ability to be so good that you gotta fire your GM just to make him happy. What?
I actually think Todd Bowles was a better coach than we've seen out of Gase.
Same. And Todd Bowles sucked.
Terrible. Trash.
Todd Bowles after every game was like, yeah, I don't know.
I never knew what he was. Yeah, you're right.
He always just sounded like mumbly bumbles over there. Like, just answer the question, man.
At least he's not like Gase, who sits there chasing tacos. Have you seen that gift?
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
They got to get rid of him.
27 down, the perfect podcast for the perfect game. That's it, guys. See you next week.
Peace out.